Your car is towed. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Catch up, 16 car.
Hello, welcome back for another video on Rudskogen Motorsenter in the Fanatec GT3 Fixed Challenge. We are back in the Porsche again today. We've managed to figure out some of the force feedback issues we were having before with it, and we're starting to be able to feel the front end a bit more now. But still not quite got it there yet. Now, despite actually figuring out some of the force feedback issues, we're still stuck doing 121.4 with this car. It's like the absolute max we can get with it every single time. We can't seem to better it, and obviously people are doing better with it, so I'm just trying to practice with it, get more time in it, more time on track. Just do whatever I can to get that time down, because it's kind of getting a bit frustrating now with this car. Like, I love this car. I absolutely love the sound this car makes in iRacing. When you listen to the onboards of this car and you listen to the car in iRacing, it sounds almost exactly the same. It's amazing, I love it. Now, we didn't manage to qualify too well, as you can see, because, well, we didn't actually manage to qualify. The first time I slid off the track going down the fast right-hander and got an off-track and slow down. And then the second lap I unfortunately just went slightly too wide coming out the last corner and just overran that curve a little bit. So it gave me an off-track. But we do have the pace, it looked like, for the top 5, somewhere around there. The times that we would have got were around the top 5 anyway, so we're feeling pretty comfortable. Pretty confident we're going to make up quite a few positions here. My aim for this race is probably a bit of a weird one. I'm not aiming to actually win this race, I don't feel like I can manage that. But my aim is to definitely be the fastest Porsche in the race. So I want to be the top Porsche, the one that comes highest possible, I guess. Now, this is the start of the race I had just before this, from the perspective of one of the cars a bit further up ahead of me that was involved in all the carnage, so I'm a bit nervous going to the start, as you can see why.
The pace car is in. Green flag.
Alright, cool. It looks like everybody's spread themselves out for this start, nice and safe, so I'm feeling pretty confident already that it's going to be a much better start than the last race. Nothing actually happens in the last race. I was behind all this, so I just trundled through all the wreckage at like 50 miles an hour, weaving in and out with wrecked cars. Thankfully this start is different. It was a very nice, safe start by looks of it. Nice and easy by everybody. The cars were nice and spread out. I do like seeing that, because that means like you can sort of get into your rhythm straight away on lap 1 like this. Like, we're all in pretty much single file, nobody's really trying to attack, so it's a nice safe start. And it's at this point that you can actually start attacking, because, well, you don't have to worry about a whole pack of cars around you and crashing somebody by accident and stuff like that. I'll try and go and attack on this Porsche pretty much straight away, because he's having issues on his cold tyres. I accidentally pressed the... As he goes wide here again, so I'm just going to try and stick it up and inside. Which is obviously the outside for the next one. I'm just going to let him go again. I don't want to risk it too much. Nice and easy on the outside. Plenty of space for him. He leaves me plenty of space as well. Same again here. Like, nice space for us, even though I actually let him go there. I should have turned him. I wasn't quite sure if he is clear. You know how the spotter can be sometimes. And again, I'm going to try and attack him here maybe. Don't quite have to run here, I do pull out, but I'm going to let him go, brake early, and then he brakes really early, so I just let off the brake and say thanks for the take it. It was kind of awkward because I let him go and he let me go. I think that pushes us up to 9th now though, so we've faced down whatever's ahead of us. It's managed to make itself pretty much 4 seconds away now. There's a Ferrari crash, so that's up into 8th. Continue chasing the number 13 here. I'm not actually sure what number 13's in at the minute. I believe it's another Ferrari. Could be wrong. So you get a quick glimpse of them both over there. I think they're both Ferraris ahead of us. Already seen some gains on the Ferrari ahead as well. We're already a second. Back up to him. Yeah, we're definitely getting closer there. Excited to see him more. there was something quite bright yellow ahead of them too. Not quite sure what that was. .22.9 on a nice easy lap. I'm actually pretty happy with that to begin with because, well, originally in this car I wasn't able to do a 23 on a fast lap, so, well, I was doing 23s on a fast lap, so for a first safe lap, I'll definitely take that. .5, it's coming down, we're getting there. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. A little bit too wide into there, it's going to cost us. Still 2 seconds though. Getting there. Now, when I was tracking the Ferrari around here, the Ferrari definitely went through all the S-bits a little bit better. But they didn't have the exit. The Porsche just accelerates off the exits, as you can imagine, with it being rear engine. So it definitely had the exits on pretty much everything. But like entry and mid corner was on the Ferrari. Like I had a much easier time there, but the Ferrari had a lot more rotation in it. A lot more rotation. Like it was actually quite easy to spin the Ferrari out. I found the Porsche's kind of hard to spin out unless you're on the cold tyres on the first lap. Then there's like certain areas where braking and stuff like that you can spin out quite easily if you're not too careful. Yeah, go straight away 121.5, chasing him down. So I was just 1/10 off at the fastest lap as I have a bit of a moment. Just try and be careful not to overheat those tyres. It becomes like ice driving on hot tyres in this, just being real careful. And it's so easy to overheat your tyres too. We're almost there, 1.5 seconds. Almost breathing in his exhaust now. It does feel good to hunt down things in this car. Like I said, I just love the noise it makes. It sounds so good. It sounds so real compared to like ACC. I'd normally say has better sounds, but when it comes to the gearbox whine and this car specifically, this iRacing's done this one perfect. Listen to that flat six goes around and it's yeah, I'm only a little bit of a Porsche fanboy. Anyway, we're here now. One of his tail, breathing in them exhaust fumes, trying to nibble at his rear. Just get him safely, of course. We don't want to risk that safety rating. We don't want to risk that guy's safety rating either. We also want to fight it. Want to take him on, go for the exit, get right back in his rafter. He's going to go immediately defensive, and then I realise he's letting us pass, and we get immediately massively disappointed. Like, we were raring for a fight with that Ferrari, you know, we were gunning for it. Never mind, on to the next one. The next one's 3.5 seconds ahead. Let's go chase that Ferrari down instead. Or what I believe is a Ferrari. Spot that nice cotton candy coloured Lamborghini from 10 miles away. Very brightly coloured. Definitely not going to miss it if it's parked side on in the middle of the road. certainly hurting my eyeballs a little bit. Thank you, sir, for pulling over and letting us by. Yeah, it's definitely something bright yellow in front of what we were chasing. Can't see what it is. Almost go wide there, have to let off. A bit of a bad exit now.
1 minute, 22.45.
Try and get back down into the 121s. Very happy if I can keep up any 121 pace. We're very happy with that. That's a big improvement over the last time I drove the Porsche. Really unsteering there, just really struggling with that. Just about gaining slightly on the guy ahead. There we go, back into the 121s, only just, but we're there, we're in it. And oh no, then we get a slow down. Just over. As we start short shifting and trying to cut it down as much as possible. And it starts to go down, then it starts to go back up, so I'm like, alright, screw it, I'll just hold the brake, release. You know, we're going to lose all our time to the guy behind, but I mean, he just let us pass, so it's probably not going to be any threat to us, but still off all the time to the guy ahead now, and look at all that, 6.2 seconds, 6.3. The time does seem to fluctuate up and down on this, so you got to kind of like judge it in between, I guess. So it's probably like 6.2 or so seconds ahead. That's a lot of time we just lost. We just took it a bit too far over that curve. It's our own fault. Just over halfway through the race. I think it's usually around 16 laps, 15, 16 laps, somewhere around there. So we've got time to still chase.
1 minute, 24.569.
Doing lap times like that though, definitely not. So no slowdown this time. A bit more careful how I take it there. Now this corner can be a bit of a pig sometimes. This is usually if I'm going to spin with the Porsche on that corner right there. Just as you're going into it, like you can, under the compression, braking and turning, you can just, like the front end can bite in a little bit, and the rear end just can't follow it, ends up trying to overtake it. It's usually on cold tyres when it happens. Sometimes you can feel it slipping slightly when you're going through this. It can be a little bit terrifying at times. I had the same thing with the Ferrari too. The Ferrari seems to be a bit more lively on the warm tyres in that corner as well compared to the cold tyres on the Porsche. But in a more manageable way though. You can still see him visually on the straight, which is good.
1 minute, 21.699.
Time coming down as well. Just We'll focus on keeping that time down. Hope for a bit of a mistake in front. Should help us out too. Always get a little bit lucky with racing too. A little bit of smoke there. I think somebody might have died. I'm close to it. We are catching. Caught up half a second. Looks like I'm probably the car in 4th position, number 17. I might have had a bit of an issue there. Might have been where the smoke was coming from. And that right there is the fastest ever time I've done in the Porsche. I've done the 21.4 before, but that one was the fastest. That's the absolute best I can manage, like. I just cannot seem to get more out of it. I'm struggling. Like with the Ferrari, like, my gains were quite substantial each time I sort of like improve. With the Porsche, whenever I improve, it's like by half a tenth. With the Ferrari, I started off doing 122.2 or something like that. I noticed it was a bit more lively, a bit harder to control on the Porsche. Take it easy then, it started pushing, and immediately I got like a 121.5, so I was like, alright, yeah, I can see there's a bit of potential in this. And then I started pushing harder, and I got like a 120.7, I think it was. And I was just like, yeah, okay. I haven't managed to beat that since... Oh no, actually no, I did. I got in a qualifying. I did a 120.4, I think it was, or 22. It was really nice. I've not been able to replicate that since. I've got like a few 20.8s and 29s as well, but yeah, just losing out here in the Porsche. I think for this particular track with its setups, the Porsche just lose out a bit to the Ferrari. I can only compare those two because that's the two cars I have, and of course driving style and all that plays a part too, and just knowledge of the track, knowledge of the cars, which I don't have much of, as you all know. I'm pretty much still a newish player to this game, so progressing up those licenses though. Seem to hit a wall, don't seem to be catching him stuck like pace wise too, like I just can't extract any more pace it seems. I always struggle as we're getting near at the end of the races as well, like once we start getting near at the end, I'm starting to struggle a little bit more with those front tyres. You can see there I'm like lifting just slightly times when I don't really want to be. It's not costing me massively, as you can see by the time, it's just it is costing me a little bit though every time I'm having to do it. I'm still quite happy with the times that I'm managing to get though. I struggled a lot harder the last few times I drove it, so I've definitely improved there. Definitely really happy with that. It does get a little bit frustrating when you get stuck in this wall. You see the times are not coming down, you're pushing, they were coming down before, right? They're not fast, but they were coming down. And now just hit this wall, but at the same time they could have picked up the pace. But when we're looking at our pace, we know it's more likely we've just like lost a bit ourselves. Still, overall, really happy with the progression. Just gonna try and push past this wall. The problem is I don't want to really risk getting off tracks and stuff right now, right? Because I'm so close to that license change. there's no reason for me to do it, right? There's no reason for me to push that hard that I'm going to start going off everywhere and getting off tracks and stuff like that from time to time. The moment that license changes, bam, I can go back to it, right? And it's not that I'm not pushing like here, it's just I am being a little bit more reserved than what I'd normally be when I'm trying to push. Like there, I'm not using that tiny bit of grass there, I'm not using all the road I can there and stuff like that. Don't want to risk getting just that little bit off track or losing it, touching that grass. Something happening ahead. It's an Audi here. It's come from second, unlucky. Oh, could have a fight to the end here now. I put myself a little bit. I think I left him space there, hopefully. I say left him space, he wasn't exactly there as such. He did have his nose in slightly. He just pull it back out.
White flag, stay smooth.
But yeah, this is going to be a last lap, and this guy's definitely going to be faster than us, so I really can't get out that last corner either. 3 tenths. Try and brake as late as I can, just to make sure he closes right onto the back wheels. Oh yeah, I'll have to keep this really tight. Make sure I don't give him anything. I'm going to go defensive down to this corner too, I feel. Just so you don't try and send it on me. Looks like I'm doing alright, accelerate a little bit. Yeah, it should be good. Still there though, he's still right there. Only a few more corners to go though, we've got this. Just gonna keep it together. Prepared, stay a bit defensive everywhere we go, just in case we need to go fully defensive. Should be good. I don't mind here, it's okay if we outbrake ourselves a little bit and give them the inside because we'll have the outside. We can get the power down a little bit earlier.
Correct, Alex.
Both give each other plenty of space here. Let's run to the line. And we get him. Do we get him? Yes, we do get him.
There's the flag.
That must have been a real close finish. Let's go take a quick look at it.
Great job.
Yeah, look at that, it was nice and close. Just got him on the line there. Anyway, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, like, subscribe, comment, all that funky jazz. Most importantly, stay safe out there and enjoy your racing. Peace.
Looks like your car is towed. You'll need a tow back to pit lane.